Good morning, children. This is Shubal speaking. Children, we have been dealing with the chapter Understanding Quadrilaterals, chapter 3. Lastly, we completed exercise 3.2, and here is like question number 1 from exercise 3.2. We have already done. We have already finished in the previous video. So, children, here in this video, I'm gonna like explain about some very important, useful questions of this chapter, which will be needing in your higher classes as well, in class 9, class 10. So that is why these questions are so important. Okay, children. So let us understand some basic rules of parallelogram once again. So, children, let me draw a parallelogram first. Okay, this is a parallelogram. Children, there are some basic rules of parallelogram. Is let us name it first. Name of this parallelogram is ABCD. All right. We should always keep in mind, children. We should always know that opposite angles of parallelogram are always equal. I repeat, opposite angles of a parallelogram are always equal. Means if the angle B measures 100 degree, then the measure of D will be also 100 degree. It has to be 100 degree because angle B and angle D are opposite angles. They are opposite angles, and opposite angles are always equal in parallelogram. So naturally, children, if the measure of angle A is suppose 80 degrees, suppose we don't know, but I'm telling you it's 80, it has to be 80. If angle A is 80 degree, the measure of angle C will also be 80 degree because they are opposite angles, and opposite angles are always equal in parallelogram. Now you might be thinking that's from where did you come to know that angle A is 80 degree? Yes, children, I got the measure of angle A 80 degree from another rule of parallelogram. That another rule is, children, always keep in mind that adjacent angles of a parallelogram, adjacent angles of a parallelogram, and the sum is always 180 degree. The sum of adjacent angles of a parallelogram is 180 degree. I repeat, the sum of the adjacent angles of a parallelogram is always 180 degree. So children, look at angle D, it is 100 degree, and angle D and angle A are adjacent. If I draw a figure like this, another parallelogram, this angle and this angle are adjacent. Again, children, this angle and this angle, they are adjacent. Again, children, this angle and these angles are adjacent. Again, these angles and this angle are adjacent. The meaning of this word adjacent is neighbor. Neighbor means the angle which comes just next to an angle is called adjacent. So naturally, this angle and these angles, they are adjacent. This angle and this angle adjacent, then this angle and this angle are adjacent, then this angle and these angles are adjacent. So they are adjacent angles of each other. All right. So children, how to find the measure of angle A? So we will write measure of angle A in this way: 180 minus angle D, or we could have taken angle B also, because both B and D are adjacent of angle A. So no matters whether you are taking angle D or you are considering angle B, doesn't make any sense. So we both are same only. So 180 minus measure of angle D is 100 degree, resulting 80 degree. So children, as angle A is 80 degree, so naturally the measure of angle C will also be 80 degree, because we know that opposite angles are always equal in parallelogram. Okay, children. So, like I have already solved question number 1. Let's talk about question number 2 of this figure. Okay. So, figure is the parallelogram, of course. Here are some measures are given. This is x. Name of this angle is x. This is 50 degree. This is y, absolutely unknown to us, and here is z. So children, what we need to calculate? We need to calculate x, y, and z. Okay, children, fine. There is no rocket science. Very simple. If this angle is 50, this angle will also be 50. How come? Both of these two angles are adjacent angles. I'm sorry, they are opposite angles. Both of these angles are opposite angles, and opposite angles are always equal in parallelogram. Fine. Now children, this is 50. This angle x will be 180 minus 50 means 130 degree. Because these two angles are adjacent angles. Okay. These two angles are adjacent angles and they are equal. Alright. Now next children, the measure of angle y. Measure of angle y will be 130 degree only, because x and y both are opposite angles, and opposite angles are always equal, right? Now question comes in your mind that, so what is the value of angle z? Children, angle z and 50, both of these two angles are adjacent angles on a straight line, and they're supplement of each other, which we have done in class 7 if we could recall. So z and 50, they are supplement of each other, right? So the measure of z will be 180 degree minus 50, also 130 degree, because on a straight line the measure of angle of a straight line is always 180. So in order to find z, what we do children, we will just subtract 50 degree from 180 and we will get the measure of z. So I hope it's clear to everybody. If no, then please let me know. It will be surely clear to you all. I'll definitely explain these questions once again. Till then, thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. Have a nice day.